Hi, my name's Lauren and I bought this old post office van for £1,500 so I can renovate it into my new home on wheels. There was a lot of work to be done, and as someone who has never done anything like this before, I knew that I was in for a huge challenge. I'm also not the richest person, as you can probably tell by those shorts that I'm wearing, and I'm on a really tight budget. So strap yourselves in, this is probably going to be a bumpy ride, literally. The first thing I did was clear out the entire van and start to glue wooden strips to the base for my subfloor to go on. I then used spray adhesive to line the floor with a vapour barrier. Once that was done, I used eco-friendly insulation over the vapour barrier and made a template for the subfloor. Once I got the subfloor down, I used spray adhesive to cover the whole van in a layer of vapour barrier. Then on top of that, a layer of eco-friendly insulation. Right guys, so we're back in the van now doing the build, which is all very exciting. We're doing the cladding today. It hasn't been easy actually getting stuff that's got the length that I need for the van. But I've worked out, if you have a look at these, I've tried to work out sort of where I'm going to be drilling into. So for example, this hard bit there, this hard bit here. You can see here I've already done some and I've kind of worked out where it is. But yeah, so they originally said that they had 3 meters, and then we got there and they didn't have 3 meters. And also another thing that you need to learn is that if you're buying things off of a trade, like a person that mainly does trade, like a shop that mainly does trade, not like B&Q and stuff like that for your average Joe, when they write X, like 12 millimeters, X means the original. I'm sure some people are probably watching this being like, well, obviously. But I obviously have never done anything like this before, so I had no idea. And I get there, I'd ordered all this X 12 millimeter cladding, and I got there and they were like, oh, that's the size that the wood originally was. What good is that? But yeah, I learned something new. But I got thicker wood and I actually managed to get it for cheaper because they didn't have it the length that I wanted for the one I wanted. So it's worked out pretty well. So I've gone for X16 it was, which actually makes it about 14 millimeters thick. Just cladding, and I managed to get it for a really, really good price. I'll remember, I can't remember exactly where it was I ordered it from, but I'll put it in the description below. They are really sturdy. I'm sorry for the darkness in here. It's not going anywhere. Obviously, I've sized it all up. And I've used these screws and I've used the counter bit. So it is like that flat finish. Obviously, I am going to be going over this with product for the wood because I don't like this whole, I feel like I'm in a beach hut. So I'm going to get rid of that. And obviously these bits here, obviously they aren't the greatest finish, but that's because my wheel boxes are going to go over there. So I'm just going to crack on with this and then I'll catch up with you guys when I've done a bit more of the cladding. But I think it's going quite well considering that I've never done this before. I used self-tapping screws to attach the cladding to the van. I piloted and countersank each one for a much nicer finish. I had to add a centre beam on the right side of the van to attach the cladding to, as there was a huge space with nothing to fix to. I did this by screwing at an angle up into the frame of the van. We have come to the pivotal point in any cladding situation where we have got to curves in the van, which you can see here. Obviously this bit curves the whole way up to about here, so we can attach to these brackets and it's all fun and games, but unfortunately it was going to be slightly more difficult to attach to here. So what we've done is we've got a piece of wood and drilled a pilot hole halfway through so that the screw can go straight into this metal bracket. That way, I'll just use this offcut to show you this bit. That way, when we attach, the cladding can come around like this and it will give it just more of a level place there to attach to for us to drill up. We've had to, you can see here, there's all these space behind here. So we've packed this out with extra little bits of wood I've put some more insulation in there as well. Packed all these bits out so that we can have that curve. So if you look, it's curved right round now. So fingers crossed this is going to be able to go the whole way round the van without any issues. So we'll see what happens.